Welcome into the season finale of Football Frenzy. I'm AJ Feldman. He's Carl Jones.
That's right. It's sectional final Saturday with some amazing plays and amazing finishes for you, plus some thrillers in state soccer and volleyball.
But we start with the main event of the night. McQuaid, Aquinas, two rivals battling it out for the Class AA crown. Knights looking to go 3 in a row. They won the regular season matchup by just a point. We start scoreless in the first quarter. McQuaid punting, a high snap, a bad kick right to the hands of Sean Riley, and the Little Irish take a quick 7-0 lead. But the Knights respond later in the first. Watch this. Johnny Mahar up top to Paris Smiley. Over two dudes. You just got mossed. 7-7 pose, young man, and he would not be done. With the first half winding down, it's Mahar to Smiley, and look at him go. 65 yards to the house. The senior wideout taking over the game as the Knights looking good for the three-peat. With 5 minutes left in the, in the third quarter. Sorry, lost track of time there. Quick pass snatched by Jaleel Johnson. The defensive end takes it 75 yards to the house, and we've got a tie ball game. But just minutes into the fourth quarter, the Knights knocking on the door. Who else? Paris Smiley. His third score of the game put the Knights up 21-14. Aquinas with one final chance, down 7, less than 3 minutes remaining. Michael White looking for something deep. However, he only finds Anthony DeMarco with the pick. Knights get another score late as they win 28-14. That is 3 titles in a row.
Class B championship rematch of last year's sectional title, HFL taking on Batavia. 3 minutes left in the first quarter, still a scoreless ball game. Aiden Anderson changes that as he punches it in to put the Blue Devils up 7-0. Second quarter now, still 7-0. Jesse Reinhardt takes his 3-step drop and throws it deep for Randy Moss. Well, actually Javin McFarland's, but I can't tell the difference. Batavia up 14-0. HFL trying to turn the tide, and Zachary Meacham does just that, bulldozing his way into the end zone. Cougars cut the lead to 7 heading into the half. Third quarter now, Reinhardt, this player of the year right here, it goes over his head. Now I'm going to throw it to my gunner. And
catches it.
And catches it. Now he's down the sideline by himself. There's no way that it was a muff punt for an 80-yard touchdown.
That just happened.
That just happened. And that changed the tide of the ball game, folks. Batavia will go on to win 22-14, their first Class B title since 2018. Class C championship, East Rochester Granada taking on Haviland. We go to the third quarter, Haviland up 6-0. Carter Lathrop, after multiple efforts, he finally gets in the end zone on the QB sneak. The PAT was blocked, so the game stayed tied at 6. But we go to overtime now. Anthony Brotz takes the pitch and races his way to the pylon for the score. Rams will go for 2, but will get denied, so now it's a 12-6 game. Next possession for the Bombers, Chauncey Gilbert follows his blockers and gets in the end zone. The Bombers will go for the PAT for the win, but it was blocked. So we gotta go to a second overtime. And the Bombers get the ball back, and Gilbert does the same thing, following his big fellas to the promised land. His second score of the game, East Rochester will go for 2, but got stopped. So last chance for the Rams here is 4th and long. Justin Yale scrambling around, trying to make a play, but the ball falls incomplete. East Rochester Granada gets the win in double overtime, 18-12. Their first sectional title since 2012.
Over to the 8-man final, both Red Jacket and Frewsburg undefeated. We go to the beginning of the second quarter. Red Jacket already up 6-0. Kyle DeMore shaking off tacklers like nobody's business. Eventually takes this one down just to the 1-yard line. However, have no fear, he would clean it up for his second score of the day as Red Jacket goes up 14-0. Later in the second quarter, you know who it's going to be. It's DeMore, follows his blockers, cruises to the end zone. Red Jacket dominates this one. They go on to win 48-6, back-to-back sectional titles. Let's over to some soccer. State semis, Hilton versus Mamaroneck. No score in the 15th minute. Alex Smith to Cody Cavuto. He's always money. Cadets go up 1-0. But the Tigers tied up. Then with 8 minutes left in the first half, same two going up the sideline. This time it's Smith with the goal. Now the Tigers tied up later in the half. And after a scoreless second, we go to overtime. In OT, Johnny Resnick, the cross, Ian Fadouk, the winner. Cadets will play West Islip tomorrow for their second ever state title.
Over to girls action, unbeaten Spencerport taking on Southside in the semis. After a scoreless first half, the Cyclones finally break through in the second off of a rebound. Emma Madden pops it in, and the Rangers are now down 1-0. The score remains that way until 4 minutes left in the game. Spencerport gets the equalizer. Alina Solano with the goal. This one will eventually go into overtime. Actually, we'll go into overtime and then eventually go into PKs, where after a Spencerport miss, Southside with a chance to win, and Charlie Dorstay does just that. Spencerport loses a heartbreaker in penalty kicks.
Moving up to AA, Penfield girls taking on Massapequa. After a scoreless first, Massapequa finally breaks through. Gianna Savella just past the keeper there, and the Patriots down 1-0 3 minutes into the half. Same score, 17 minutes left. Patriots defending the free kick. Initial shot saved, but the rebound finds its way in. Penfield's season comes to an end with a 3-0 loss in the state semis.
Girls volleyball action, Wayne taking on Marcellus in the Far West Regionals. Wayne took the first set, and then out in the second, Elias Zenilovic gets the set point. Wayne goes up 2-0. Marcellus will take the next 2 sets, and now in the fifth, Emma Shoemaker trying to change the momentum with a big-time kill. Eagles down 13-12. A few points later, Zoe Rorano finds the soft spot in the defense for the point. Wayne takes the lead 15-14. But now Marcellus starts marching back in his championship point as Bella Pollen barely gets it over the net for the point, and that will be ball game. Wayne loses a heartbreaker 3-2. Great season for the Eagles.
And in the Class C Far West Regional, Leroy taking on the powerhouses from Portville. First set here. Sophia Braun with a nice kill as Leroy trying to make up some ground. That makes it 12-5. Later in the set, it's Leroy trying to get some going. Emma Hobart right between 2 defenders, and the Oaken Knights down 14-6. But Portville, they are really, really good. They're #1 in the state for the reason. They sweep this one 3-0 as Leroy's season comes to a close in a sweep.
And coming up after the break, the Sabres and Emmerichs look to string together some wins.
And the Bills get a boost at running back, but first, for more Section 5 scores, as Penfield and Spencerport boys volleyball, they're going to the state semis. Well, that's all the time we have for you for this season and tonight of Football Frenzy. Thank you so much for watching all season long.
But that, of course, doesn't end our coverage. We'll be following all of our local teams all the way to the Carrier Dome as they try and win a state title.
Coming up tomorrow, it's the Bills and the Jets right here on WROC. Kickoff starts at 1 o'clock as the Bills look to get back on track. For Carl Jones, I am AJ Feldman. Thank you so much for choosing us as your home for high school football coverage, and have a great rest of your night.